Good evening, sports fans, and welcome to the Sports Couples Perspectives, right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. As always, I am joined here by my beautiful wife, the lovely Cecilia. How you doing this evening, babe?
Hey, doing pretty good.
Good to hear, good to hear. My goodness, the busy work week has come to a close.
Yes, thank God for that.
It's been a week, we can tell you.
Yes, it has been.
But you know what? One of our favorite parts of the week is jumping on here on Friday evenings and chilling with you guys.
Yes, it is the highlight of the week.
We look forward to this. We really do. And we just want to say we thank you all so very much for tuning in because, well, as always, it's going to be a good one. Ladies and gentlemen, we got so much to get into tonight, of course. My beautiful wife Cecilia and I are headed off to our very first Anaheim Ducks game tomorrow. You excited?
Yeah, this is our first, like you said, and so yeah.
We're ready to rock and roll, yo. We're excited. We're like so excited. Trust me, we're going to be talking all about that tonight. We are also going to jump on into our thoughts on hockey as a whole. We are really excited to get into that. I brought up some facts, some really cool facts. I'm going to read to Cecilia in a little bit. I haven't even read the list yet. So a really cool article that I found, and we're going to talk about that. Also tonight, our Fresh Prince of Bel-Air marathon continues. Find out where we are in the seasons and what we think so far. Of course, I've seen them all. Cecilia's watched them for the first time. A lot of them, not all of them.
Yeah, so looking forward to explaining all of that.
That's going to be a lot of fun. Then, of course, we're going to talk about NFL Championship Weekend. That's coming up this week, and then there were 4. And last but not least, Winning Time. How about that series? That was pretty cool, right?
Yeah, it was. It was interesting.
Yeah, I really, really, really enjoyed it. But I watched a YouTube video this morning. Just saying, maybe not everybody enjoyed it. Oh yeah, we got some cool stuff to get into tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, come one, come all. You are now tuned in live to the Sports Couple Perspectives right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
What's good, fight fans? It's your boy, Marcus Los Great, here to give you what you want, here to give you what you need. Yeah, man. Yeah. I'm coming to you live, straight from your mama's basement with a crispy, awesome white tea. We are coming to you live every Tuesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Powered by IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
What's up, everybody? This is Taryn Rodriguez. Are you a fan of volleyball? Are you a fan of Thunder Spikes? Then I have the show for you. Set Point, where I cover NCAA men's and women's volleyball, high school boys and girls volleyball, beach volleyball, and even professional volleyball. Catch the action every week here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
That is right, ladies and gentlemen. IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. This is me, your boy Larry B, and the beautiful Cecilia.
Hey.
Bringing it back, bringing it to you live here on Friday January 27th, 2023. My goodness, where do the years go? We are so excited for all these great things coming up this year. Last year was awesome.
Yeah.
Married. I mean,
yeah.
Pretty awesome, right?
Which is crazy to think about it. This will make our first year as being married.
I mean, that deserves the applause button. I'm just saying, yeah, I know it. We're definitely excited about that. But yeah, 1 year of marriage coming up in May.
So yeah, with that, I don't know how that works. Like, how long you're considered a newlywed. Is it just that year that you got married? Or is it after the year?
That is a great... I think it's a year. Didn't somebody tell us that one time that it's after a year? After a year, you're just old. I guess you're oldly weds.
No, I don't know. I can't remember.
No matter what, I'm very happy and blessed to be married to you.
Mm-hmm.
We're enjoying the good times, y'all. Which, of course, is going to go into something we're going to talk about in just a little bit. Go into our first Ducks game. Because we're just enjoying... Oh, yeah, we're excited. We're enjoying it all together, y'all. We're doing it. And we're going to get into that for sure. I do want to make a special announcement right now. Because next week, we are going to have our very first guest. Yes, this is our 5th season. And we're going to have our very first guest. Actually, no. We had, I believe, Andrew Hagenball before. Right, we had him before in the earlier seasons.
Yeah.
A couple years back.
Mm-hmm.
But we, of course, are going to have a person who is just an all-around awesome dude. He is the ring announcer, of course, if you will. He is the announcer of the Lake Elsinore Storm baseball team. He, of course, is one of the hosts of Monster Jam. That's right, y'all. If you love me some Monster Jam. We went to our first one last year, by the way. Courtesy of my sister-in-law, Diana. It was pretty awesome. Big shout out to her.
Yeah, that was so much fun. I was not expecting that. I didn't know what to expect, to be honest, because I've never heard of Monster Jam. Nor have I ever been to one, obviously. So, yeah, that was fun.
We had a blast. Like, seriously, I hope we can go back this year. I mean, it was so much fun. Like, yeah.
I'm going to have to ask her so we all can go again.
It was really cool. I loved it. I really enjoyed it. I know my wife did. We had a great time. A lot of fun just going and hanging out. Seeing those big old trucks. It was cool. I got to see Gravedigger. Son of a Digger was pretty cool. I know, what a name, but oh my gosh, I forgot to. There were so many of them, and we just got to. I don't know. We got to enjoy. So we solely got to enjoy how cool it really was. And by the way, the winner of it, which was really, really, really cool. Last year, we were there, and I totally forgot. Oh my gosh, I'm going to sound like such an idiot right now, but she actually won the whole thing last year when we were at Anaheim. And we're going to pull her name up in just a little bit. But yeah, it was really cool. Of course, that was like the first, that was really cool to see a female win the competition. I know, Cecilia, it's all about girl power. So.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a woman myself, but yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. So we'll get that in just a little bit. Totally, the name escapes me, but yeah, it was so cool seeing these trucks in action, and I don't know, I was just really excited to go, and we loved it. So really cool. Kaz is an announcer, and we go to the Lake Elsinore Storm games every year. We've been going now for the last 2 years. Cecilia and I, we go to a lot of games. Or maybe it has been 3 years?
No.
2, right?
I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like last year was the very first year.
No, we went the year before, but I think we went a lot more.
I have a horrible memory, guys. Sorry.
Well, it was a lot of fun, and we really, really enjoyed it. I was so excited when we went last year, and just our beloved Storm. Could we get the applause button real quick? They won it all last year. Winning the Southern, winning it for the South, of course. winning the California Championship. It was so cool seeing them do that, and I'm currently looking for that driver right now, guys. I'm sorry, but I was really, really, really. I mean, after following the Storm for so many years, it was just so great, and it was Soldier Fortune.
There you go. Yeah.
Was the truck, and then I want to find out the driver because she was amazing, wasn't she?
She was cool. I liked her.
Yeah, she was awesome. I know. I totally should have looked it up, too. But, Kea Blood. She's 29, and she's a mom! I just looked it up. How cool is that? Of Louisiana.
Sweet.
Yeah. Homegirl got down, alright? She is amazing. So forgive us, Kayla Blood, for not getting your name. But, yeah, you are amazing. You are awesome. I doubt she's listening, but... if you do, you're awesome. And it was just really cool. So like I said, Monster Jam, something really fun to go to. And we certainly just loved going. Like I said, the Lake Elsinore Storm was amazing. And how cool is it? Mr. Kaz Egan is the voice of both. Yeah. So next week, we're going to have this guy on the air. We are so excited to have him on. Yeah, he's such a great guy. We have a really cool story that we're going to tell, the reason why, how we even know him.
Or that we even got to meet him, in a way.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but ladies and gentlemen, Kaz is just a great, down-to-earth guy. I mean, he's just an overall great person.
Yeah, and he definitely makes the Storm games definitely fun to go see.
Oh, I love it. He has a great voice, and we are just so excited. He's just a great guy, and we're just glad to have him here on the show next week. So, yeah, a little bit of an announcement. We get to get our Lake Elsinore Storm a little early this year with the voice of the Storm in January, actually February next week.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Comes so fast.
Oh, my gosh. Next week, I'll actually be a year older.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, my gosh,
You're
you guys.
You're so old.
A week from today, actually, a week from Wednesday. Next Wednesday, February 1st, my birthday. Gosh, I'll be 34,000 years old.
Oh, stop it.
I feel like Tom Brady.
Oh.
No. Sorry. Okay, I feel like Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, you're more closer to his age.
But anyway, so, oh my gosh, the chat room is bumping. We just want to say thank you to everybody tuning in tonight for the Sports Couple Perspectives. Once again, here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. Mr. Terran Rodriguez, of course, jumping on in here. He did give us a shout-out earlier on the SoCal Scream Sports Show. Big ups to him. Of course, he's doing great things on that show here on the network on IE Sports Radio. Giving us a shout-out tomorrow, saying, he's excited for us to cheer on the Ducks. Of course, he covers the Ducks here for us. He covers all things Southern California, so we got to, make sure we maybe put a hashtag for him tomorrow or something, so we can jump, you can see. We'll definitely post some videos and stuff. Angela, good evening, lovebirds. Have a great show. And she says, I normally say 2 years for newlyweds.
Okay, that's cool.
We get a year. We get another year.
Yeah, I'll take that. Shoot, why not?
Thanks, Angela. the certified newlywed, oldlywed giver over here. Also, Gravedigger is a North Carolina boy. I did not know that. Angela is actually a North Carolina gal herself.
Pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. And, yeah. It was so cool. Taryn, of course, cheering on the Storm. Of course, he covers the Storm, too. Mm-hmm. He said, I knew they would win it last year. And, yeah, I mean, we were so excited when they did it. And we're just going to continue to cheer on our team this year. And I'm sorry, Angela. She says, we're not that old. I know, I'm sorry. And you're making me feel old. Stop it, Taryn. You're way younger than me. Anyway, with that said, let's get on to the show, guys. But big ups to everybody tuning in. We appreciate you all so very much. And just all the love and support you guys give. Once again, big shout to Kaz. I don't know if you're listening, brother, but we appreciate you, man. We're really excited to have you on next week.
Yes, looking forward to that. So thank you for your time.
Definitely appreciate that. And, of course, big ups to everybody here at the iSports Radio family. We appreciate you all. Let's go ahead and dive into our first overall topic. My goodness. We, well, we're not going to hold back. We're going to jump right into the game because tomorrow is our first We've never... Look, before I met my wife, I've never been to a hockey game. Cecilia's never been to a hockey game. I know the Ducks...
Nor have I ever seen it either on TV or anything. Like, I've seen clips and stuff like that, but I've never watched, like, a full game.
Yeah, you're in for a treat. Hockey is awesome. I mean, like I always tell Cecilia, you can actually fight in the game, and, you know, you get penalty box minutes, but you can actually fight, and it's okay.
It is not okay, obviously. They still get penalized, but...
You know how much fun it would be just to, like, crack someone. I mean, of course, playing football my whole life is fun, but you can actually fist fight. In hockey, the rule is, by the way, have I ever explained the rule of fighting in hockey?
No.
Okay. So the rule is both people have to, you know, it's mutual. We're trying to fight. They throw the gloves down. Sometimes they don't, I guess. But they have to actually hang on to each other. So the rule is, with one arm stretched out, one arm has to hold one shoulder pad, because they're shoulder pads. They have to hold the sweatshirt, I guess they call it, the jersey. Mm-hmm. The other guy holds your other shoulder pad with his arm, and they're like you have to, like, it's like they stretch it out, you know? Mm-hmm. And then they can, like, bob and weave with their head, and with their free hand, they pound at each other's heads.
Why would they go for the head? They all need to watch Concussion.
Oh my gosh. Ever since we watched Concussion, that's an old show. You can go back on YouTube for that one under the sports called Perspectives. We talked about Concussion a couple years ago, right? Like about 2 years ago.
But still, that one has stuck with me.
I know, right? Me too. That was a scary one to watch, but it was good.
It is not scary.
Informational. Well, after playing all those years, you know, my goodness. But yes, they pound away at each other's face and heads, and the referees are watching. Everyone's watching. No one can jump in, I don't think. And then the referees have to watch them, and as soon as someone falls to the ground, the referees get them up, separate them, and then I don't know if it's the one who initiated the fight goes to the penalty box, or they both go to the penalty box, but there's 2 minutes.
They should both just go in it. And
then they get what you call a power play, which is pretty cool because it's hockey, right? It's you know, they have their players out there. Well, guess what? They're minus one man for 2 minutes, and they call it a power play. So, kind of crazy, right? Mm-hmm. And if 2 guys go, well, then they're just playing, you know, an even number again, just minus one. Mm-hmm. What do you think about that rule in the NHL?
Kind of sounds funny, but, I mean, I guess that's the rule, so, yeah, I don't know. That's just funny.
See, Angela said it best, and I remember Adam Karnick. Of course, Adam Karnick, big shout out to Adam Karnick, and to Mr. Zach Puplis, the hosts of The Neutral Zone, our hockey show here at iSports Radio every Tuesday evening. Make sure to check them out. Angela says it here. It's best when you go to It's best when you go to a fight and a hockey game is played. This is my favorite kind of hockey games, Angela. It was my favorite kind of hockey game. Exactly. He says, Adam says that's basically, because I remember one time I was playing NHL, and I told him all the penalty box minutes I had and everything. In one game, and he's like, "Oh my gosh, it's one of those games where you go to a fight and a hockey game breaks out." He says it's basically that kind of, and like Angela said it here. So yeah, hey, what can I say? The fighting is fun.
I mean, I guess that's good too. They let them have it out for a little bit, and they have rules to the fight. So it makes it, you know, fair and even and everything. But it's just funny how that works.
By the way, Taryn says here, all the Sports Club Perspectives episodes can be found on IESR's YouTube page, archived and organized. Can we give Taryn a hand clap here? This man organizes all the shows on YouTube for us.
Yeah, way to go, Taryn. Thank you.
Dude, we appreciate you so much, man. Mad love. We appreciate you, brother. But yes, you can go check out all those shows on there. So, I'm excited. I know you are. We're so excited for tomorrow. What are you looking forward to most when we go? I mean, we're going to go see our Ducks play. We've never gone. This is the only, ladies and gentlemen, because of this team, this is the only time you will catch orange on my wife's body.
Yes. Nothing against orange. It's just, I don't like orange.
I mean, really?
So yeah, which is kind of funny because when was it? It was obviously last year. I don't remember what month it was. Probably October, more like. But they're like, they had Spirit Week, and one of the days was wear orange, and I was like, I don't own orange, like nothing. I even looked like for like a barrette to put in my hair, a rubber band, or socks, or I don't know, something. Of course, I looked everywhere, have nothing orange. So Larry's like, okay, let's go to the store. And so we went to a store, and he came across it, and he's like, why don't we just get this? And it was a Ducks shirt. He was like, we are a Ducks fan. I was like, okay. And it has orange on it, and the Ducks logo is in orange. And it's a long sleeve shirt. And has orange, I think, on the shoulder area. And I was like, that's good enough. I was like, I don't need a lot of orange. As long as I'm wearing orange, that's all that matters. So, yeah, now I own something that has orange. But that will be, like, the only color I have, or only shirt I have that is orange.
So, can you take a wild guess what Cecilia's wearing tomorrow to the game?
Yeah,
Anybody?
I'll be wearing that.
I mean... Just saying, pretty awesome, right? I'm really excited, of course. Tonight, as a matter of fact, we're on our way to go get me a Ducks shirt tonight.
Yep, now it's his turn, because he doesn't... I think you do own something orange, who knows, but... My
RCC stuff.
Yeah.
Of course, I played for Riverside Community College back in the day, and we were orange, and I love orange, and Cecilia doesn't like orange, even though she went there for like a semester and like denies all her orangeness. Gosh.
Yeah, but yeah, so now it's his turn to get something with Ducks on it to support them tomorrow.
Should I get a long sleeve?
You in a long sleeve?
Hey, I've worn long sleeves before.
Yeah, but you're always so hot. You run hot.
I know. I'm hot, guys. Like, seriously?
No, we'll probably just get you a short sleeve.
Okay. Yeah, because my wife, like... That was a question she asked me one time. I wonder if it's cold to go to hockey games. And I had to actually look it up on Google because I'd never been. And apparently it is kind of cold in there. I mean, it's a gigantic sheet of ice.
Yeah. It's a skating rink, basically.
So, I mean, I guess in the stands it can get cold?
And I've been to skating rinks before, so it's pretty cold in there. I would have to, like, literally bundle up, and I would be, like, the only one. But I'm freezing cold all the time.
Cecilia runs extremely cold. I run extremely hot. I'm the person that can live in well, igloos apparently are warm, but I can live in the snow, even though I don't want to shovel anything or whatever. But I'm okay with being in the snow because it's cold, but it's nice.
Yeah, you can be in weather that's like below zero. Just kidding.
I'm okay with being cold. Cecilia, no, she gets cold extremely. It could be 99 degrees outside, and she gets cold really quick. So. Of course, we live in sunny Southern California. Actually, it hasn't really been that sunny the last couple of weeks, but we've really needed the rain.
Yeah, we do.
We've needed it, so I'm so happy. But Terrence is here in the chat room. My last hockey game was when the Ducks played, was Friday 2018. When I saw the Ducks play the Stars. Oh, cool. In a suite and won 3. Oh, cool. 3-0. And you got to watch in a suite? Okay, wow. Taryn. He says the suite was courtesy of my brother when he worked for a background investigation company in Irvine. Sweet. Angela also gives advice and says it's going to be inside with ice and cold. Long sleeves is the way to go.
Maybe we'll get you the long sleeve and you could just wear it during that time. But I don't know.
Just kidding. And then Taryn also says, and fun fact, during the Star Spangled Banner, Dallas Stars fans will yell out the word stars during the verse. Whose broad stripes and bright stars. Oh my goodness. There was a team we used to play back in high school. One of the teams we were rivaled, Nerd Vista. It's kind of funny because this is crazy. Of course, we knew people that went there. And they would always say, they were the Braves, and at the end, I think probably a lot of high schools do this, at the end of the Star Spangled Banner, they would always say, and the home of the Braves, all loud.
Oh,
and it was
yeah.
kind of like, really? But anyway, we played against them too many times. But at their house, they would do that. But anyway, so Taryn advises us to dress warm. So, okay, we're getting told to dress warm tomorrow.
Well, yeah, you either wear, I guess, the long sleeve shirt or you wear a sweatshirt. Or a jacket, I mean.
A hoodie.
You know what I mean.
Well, we're excited. Tomorrow, our horrible Anaheim Ducks. Cecilia inherited the Ducks from me, as she inherited all of our teams. But we look at the Anaheim Ducks, courtesy of the ESPN ScoreCenter app, and they're sitting dead last in the Pacific.
Oh, wow.
49 games have been played, and they are 15-29. of course, all my teams suck for some reason. As a Raider fan, a Laker fan, you get the gist of it, okay? We cheer on both the Dodgers and Angels, so I mean, you know, at least one of them wins. But anyway, in the end,
one of us is always happy.
We always, you know, we get the love in here. We do our best to just be happy with our sports. But in the entire NHL, the worst teams in the entire NHL, in the East, the worst team is the Columbus Blue Jackets at 15-30. And the worst in the West is actually not the Ducks. It's Adam's team, the Chicago Blackhawks, were actually pretty dang good a couple of years back, but now I guess they're horrible. They're actually 15-28 because we played one more game than them. We're 15-29, so we're barely ahead of them. Regardless, we're all trash. Because if you look at everybody else, you know, leading the West right now, after 50 games played, the Stars are at 28-13. That's a winning team, babe. We don't know what a winning team is. Sorry. And then in the East right now, Boston, my buddy Alex, my best man at the wedding. Alex's team is eating everybody for breakfast right now, which is the Boston Bruins. After 48 games, they are 38-6.
Dang.
Yeah. They are one of two teams in the entire NHL who has not lost double-digit games this year after freaking almost 50 games.
Dang. That's crazy.
Yeah, the other one is the Carolina Hurricanes at 30-9 after 47 games. But yeah, everybody else has lost double digits. But of course, the Anaheim Ducks are, you know, backwards at 15-29. Terrible. But kind of funny. In the Western Conference tomorrow, how cool is it? The Anaheim Ducks at 15-29 are playing the Arizona Coyotes, who are at 16-28. So tomorrow's like the toilet bowl, basically. We got two of the worst teams in hockey going head to head. But hey, like I told Adam in the chat room on Tuesday night, guess what? The tickets were cheap. Nobody wants to go see that crap, but we do. So, yes. So yeah, in the chat room again. Yeah, Angela, layers. I believe she feels layers are important tomorrow. Taryn, I make the worst team. I make the worst team in the NHL joke every time I do SoCal, his show, on Friday evening. Of course, Friday afternoons, catch Mr. Taryn Rodriguez with the SoCal Stream Sports Show, talking all things Southern California sports. Talked about them today. He says he makes this joke about the Ducks every time he goes on every Friday. And of course, Angela, a gigantic Hurricanes fan, my only semi-winning team, because the rest of our teams are like ours. No, what is it about our teams? They just suck. Like, I don't.
It's because we're all going for them. I'm just kidding.
I know, seriously. Right? But anyway, tomorrow's game should be fun. The worst team in the Pacific is taking on the second worst team in the Central. Both of them are out of the Western Conference. We played actually a couple days ago. Kind of cool. The Ducks played the Coyotes in Arizona on Tuesday night, and the Ducks actually won 5-2.
Nice.
Then, on Thursday night, last night, the Ducks played the Avalanche. By the way, the Avalanche won the Stanley Cup last year, basically the Super Bowl of hockey. And the Ducks beat them 5-3 on Thursday. Does that mean the Ducks might win on Saturday?
We can only hope.
We can only hope. I mean, seriously.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. Right now, believe it or not, the Ducks are on a 1-2 game win streak right now. So if we win this one, it'll be 3 straight. I know. Don't hold your breath, baby.
I'll try not to.
Yeah, me either. But it's going to be fun.
Yeah, well, yeah. Whether they lose or win.
Right.
It'll be fun because it's our first and probably first of many. So, yeah.
Yeah, we're going to have fun. We're going to have some fun.
Sports are always fun to go see.
We are. They really are.
In live.
So, I got a fun thing that I want to do real quick. I found a cool little blog. Looks like a little fun article. TheFactSite.com. Once again, TheFactSite.com. Written by Donella Krigger. That's Krigger. Donella Krigger. On June 27, 2022. And these are it says here, the article is 10 freezingly fascinating facts about ice hockey. You ready for this? Mm-hmm. I haven't read these either, so we're going to go ahead and take a little read for these articles here. It was a little introduction, but the first one is, hockey pucks are kept on ice.
Maybe so that they can just slide easy already?
Right? So, Danella says here, pucks are kept frozen until they are needed in the game. I read this part, but I didn't read any more, I promise. A modern puck...
Sure.
Sorry.
I'm just kidding.
A modern puck is made of rubber, and it becomes flimsy and bounces when it gets warm.
Yeah, so say I was right, basically, in a way.
Cool, right? Freezing the hockey pucks prevents them from bouncing, so players can more easily control them. Oh, cool. On average, 12 pucks are used in NHL games because they thaw so fast. Did not know
I would have expected more than from hearing that fact. 12 is really not that much, to me, at least.
And of course, I know they go over the glass sometimes.
Do the fans get to keep those, do you know?
That would be really cool.
If not, that sucks.
I mean...
But if we were to catch one, I'll be honest right now, I'll be like, nope, I'm not giving this back. Even though we didn't pay that much for a ticket.
Cecilia's used to baseball.
Yeah.
She grew up with baseball. So.
All sports should be able to, or the fans in all sports should be able to keep whatever thing that they play with.
Cecilia was appalled. Remember a couple seasons ago when I told her that the players get fined in the NFL if they put a ball in the stands, and I think they get charged for that, and then they take the ball away from you as a fan. I think that's from what I know.
Well, even too though, sometimes I've seen footballs just end up in the crowd, and then you see crazy. The security guards going after the ball. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Angela says, yes, you get to keep it. I have a few and use them for ice packs.
That's pretty cool. Okay, cool. Then I like hockey now.
Right? We actually have some football ice packs, like little ice pack ones that we use. Pretty cool. But
they're not real footballs,
They're obviously. Not real footballs. Next up is, the first pucks were made of cow dung.
Oh, interesting.
I mean, it makes sense. The pig skin for a football, so cow dung. Legend has it, the first pucks used in outdoor hockey games were actually frozen cow patties. But the game must go on, right? Cut up lacrosse balls were later made into pucks before taking their final form today. Vulcanized rubber.
Oh, that's interesting.
Number 3. Octopus throwing is a lucky tradition for Red Wing fans.
What?
This is where they throw stuff on the ice.
Oh.
Hockey has been known. There's been lots of things thrown on the ice from the fans. But when there were, let's see here. What was it? Let's see here. When there were only 6 NHL teams in 1952, 8 wins during the playoffs clinched the Stanley Cup. Think of 8 wins as 8 tentacles on an octopus. That was the line of Thinking Brothers Pete and Jerry Cusimano, I believe, who threw an octopus on the ice during a Red Wings playoff game that year. Since the team took the cup, octopi have become the team's lucky charms. As of 1995, an octopus became the team's official mascot. Wow.
So their superstitious stuff became their mascot.
That's great. That sounds like baseball. But I feel like all sports can get superstitious, though.
Yeah.
Win, win, win. Number 4. Ice in the rink is less than an inch thick. Makes sense. Mm-hmm. The ice layer is a professional hockey rink. Or in a professional hockey rink is only 3/4 inches. Wow. It's kept at -9 Celsius, 16 Fahrenheit. So it's going to be cold in there tomorrow.
Yes. Yes. I'm definitely bundling it up.
Thinner ice layers allow the water to freeze faster and harder. The thicker the ice, the softer and slower it becomes. Oh, wow. Mm-hmm. So it then sheets faster. Okay, I like that. Okay. Number 5. Oh my gosh, the Anaheim Ducks. Well, of course, the Ducks movies. This is where this is going. The Anaheim Ducks got their name from a Disney movie.
Oh, really?
Here we go.
So what were they called before then?
We're going to find out. I think they were actually an expansion team, baby, in the 90s.
Oh.
Remember the Mighty Ducks? The Anaheim, California hockey team was named after the famous Disney film and was once owned by the company. In 2007, a year after Disney sold the franchise, the Mighty Ducks of Anaheim won the Stanley Cup. That's right. They won right when we were in high school at the end. They were good. They were once good, baby. They were good a couple of years ago, too, winning it. But, okay, so today they are known as the Anaheim Ducks. So, next up, number 6. Referees drop the puck for a good reason. Because it's kind of like basketball when they both touch and then they throw it up. Mm-hmm. And then the two centers, they bat to try to get it. So, big ups to Terrence. This has got to head out. Got to big up to attend. Well, hey, appreciate you, bro. Thank you, man, for stopping by. We appreciate you for stopping in. Have a great time at the banquet. So, number 6. Referees drop the puck for a good reason. Before 1914, hockey refs used their hands to place the puck between the two player sticks in a face-off.
Ouch.
For obvious reasons, this wasn't a good idea.
You think?
After many cuts, bruises, and likely broken bones, they began dropping it between the pucks. Between the pucks instead. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah,
that was better thinking because basically you're high in adrenaline and everything like that. So I wouldn't want to hurt my hand.
Yeah, jack yourself up, or get their hand cut off because those sticks get sharpened too on the ice. I'm sure I forget that. Okay. Number 7, players use the Stanley Cup as a snack bowl.
What the heck?
When they win it at the end of the year, the Stanley Cup, Lord Stanley's Cup. Apparently, we see a player drinking out of it right here. When a team wins the Stanley Cup, every team member gets to keep it for 24 hours.
Oh, no, that's pretty cool.
As long as the watcher or trustee permits it, the players can do whatever they like with the cup.
Oh, jeez.
Since the cup is actually a punch bowl, take a look at it. Since the cup is actually a punch bowl, many players use it to hold drinks and snacks.
Why would you? I don't know. I feel like that's ruining the trophy. I wouldn't.
That's a very, very, very hard-fought snackable. I'll tell you that.
Right?
You have to fight the whole season. 82 games. And then in the playoffs, you can play over 120 games, I think, if you're like, I don't know, maybe not 120, but my goodness, you can play 110 games in a season and batter your body. Crazy hockey, playing all season long. And then, use it as a snack bowl. Who would have thought?
Not me.
Right? Some treats enjoyed from the trophy include champagne, chicken wings.
Really?
You're gonna ruin it.
It's messy and nasty. No, it's not nasty, but yeah.
Cereal.
I think you would do something like that.
Yeah, I would.
Love cereal.
I would like that. And ice cream. Oh, yeah.
Oh, you would do that too.
She knows her husband, guys. Number 8. Fans can be goalies.
What?
What happens if both a team's goalies are injured and unable to play? Fans step in to help. Anyone can serve as a backup goalie, including someone in the audience. In 2020, an emergency goalie from the audience filled in as the Carolina Hurricanes netminder and got the win for the team.
Wow.
Okay, I really like hockey.
Interesting.
Oh, this is great.
You should try it.
I'm down. By the way, big ups to our boy. Oh, the e-bug rule. Oh, there it is. He's already... By the way, ladies and gentlemen, in the chat room now is one of our hockey experts. Once again, he is one of the hosts of the Neutral Zone here on IE Sports Radio on Tuesday evenings, along with Mr. Zachary Puplis. They are on Tuesday evenings. Make sure to check them out. And yeah, tonight's a very hockey-type show, Adam, since we're going to the game tomorrow. So yeah, that's pretty cool. It's a good evening, you too, and he says the e-bug rule. So I guess that's neat. Can step in and play. Shoot, I wish I could do that for football. I'll get up in there and make some freaking... I'll get a sack. Fortunately, we can't do that, but at least we know we can play in hockey, baby. I'm down.
Yeah, that's crazy. How did they know that they could even trust them? I mean, obviously, they're a fan, but still, it's just ooh, you really got to take a risk with that.
Okay, I think Adam has explained this here in the chat room. So let's go ahead and back up. Angela says here, when Carolina won, the mascot got to have it for a day, and my brother got to eat out of it. He knew the mascot.
Oh, wow.
So out of the Stanley Cup, Lord Stanley Cup's of course, Lord Stanley Cup, his finals. And yeah, Adam, we're talking about random hockey facts here on a really cool article we found. And crazy. So, okay, so Adam says it's not exactly a random fan. How deep in the weeds would you like to get on explaining? Please explain. I want to know about this. What do you think?
Yeah.
Okay. Adam, explain. Explain, Lucy, explain. So we want to hear about this. Anyway, number 9. Players can lose 10 pounds or more during a game.
Dang.
It's a lot of skating.
That makes sense, though. I mean, they're constantly being active. I mean, they're playing a whole season, so it makes sense on... Mm-hmm. They barely probably have time to eat. So.
That's a demanding game, though.
No, yeah.
So, I saw a video earlier, too, and I thought it was just water weight. But I was watching it because I wanted to show a fact video to us. Mm-hmm. But then again, it was just kind of... We were running low on time. So, anyway, during a hockey game, goalies can lose as much as 10 pounds of water weight. Yeah. Goalies sweat a lot because of the lights, the thick padded layers, and the fact that they play the entire game. To combat dehydration-induced muscle cramps, goalies consume sports drinks, pickle juice, and mustard packets.
Ew! I wouldn't mind the pickle juice. Yeah, you have stinky breath, but ew, I don't like mustard at all.
Cecilia is repulsed of mustard.
I mean, I guess the only exception is when we have, pastrami sandwiches.
Oh, so good.
For some reason, mustard tastes so good with the pastrami. But, no, I'm sorry, I can't.
You should see Cecilia when she's making, in the morning, she gets up and makes our lunches. What a wonderful wife. She gets up every morning to make our lunches, and I can just see her face when she's putting the mustard in my sandwiches.
Well, I'm used to it now.
You should have seen her when she first started. Of course, I'm getting ready at the same exact time, so I don't get to always see her do that. But anyway, and then last but not least, number 10, hockey players don't have to wear mouth guards.
Oh, what?
And check out homeboy over here.
Ew. Why? Why would you not protect your teeth?
So,
yeah, I know you can go to the dentist and just get new ones, but that hurts.
A lot of hockey players don't really have teeth sometimes.
Oh no, they're cray-cray.
Yeah, but okay, Adam went into depth here with this. He says, okay, deep inhale. The home team is required to have a person on hand for every game that can serve as an emergency goalie for either team in a pinch. Typically, they have some kind of experience. Usually playing in college or juniors. By the way, juniors is like, they're like younger, but it's like the, I don't want to call it like little league world. It's not. It's just they're younger, but it's like U18 teams, like for like soccer. You know what I mean? Like they're younger. Like juniors is they're younger guys. But Angela says, "I'm with you, girl. It's gross, but when you have muscle cramps, it's the best."
Yeah, but I think I would just go with the pickle juice.
Pickle juice is always delicious. We like pickle juice. And then Adam wants to throw in here. He says some famous e-bugs have been accountants, goalie coaches, and even Zamboni drivers.
Oh, wow.
By the way, do you know what a Zamboni is, Mila?
Yeah, so the one who makes the ice nice and smooth.
That's awesome! I'm happy you do that.
And they look brand new. You know what? I've lied. I have seen, I guess, a hockey game by those Mighty Duck movies.
Is that where you saw the name of that?
Yeah.
Oh, crap. We watched not too long ago, right? We watched the new one, the new Disney one, where they have like the
show.
Emilio Estevez comes back in
I was watching it. You weren't really watching it. You're like,
no, I was enjoying it with you.
Somewhat, yeah.
Oh, Adam says, Cecilia hates mustard like I hate pickles. Yeah, well, I like them both, actually. Mustard and pickles.
Do.
So, Adam, do you like pastrami sandwiches? Because there's mustard and pickles in those, so I'm just saying. So, this is crazy. Number 10, hockey players don't have to wear mouth guards. Despite the rough nature of the sport, wearing mouth guards is optional in the NHL. Even though players may still lose teeth when hit directly in the face while wearing a mouth guard, these devices have their advantages. The mouth guards prevent players from clamping their teeth, biting their tongues, and decreasing the chances of broken jaws or chipped teeth. Hockey can be a ruthless sport, of course, but there's a lot of fascinating information and history to this adrenaline-filled game. Next time you channel surf on your television and catch an ice hockey game, keep these facts in mind. So once again, big ups. Gotta give a huge applause here to Donella Krieger. Once again, Donnelaa Krieger, Krigger. She wrote this really cool article, 10 freezingly fascinating facts about ice hockey, back on June 27, 2022, last year. And this is on thefactsite.com. We'll put the link in our description. Thefactsite.com. Once again, really cool. But yeah, really cool facts. Hockey pucks are kept on ice. That's really cool. The first pucks were made of cow dung. That was pretty cool. Number 3, octopus throwing is a lucky tradition for Red Wings fans. That was awesome. Number 4, of course, the ice rink is less than an inch thick. The Anaheim Ducks got their name from a Disney movie. Referees drop the puck for a good reason. Players use the Stanley Cup as a snack bowl. That was, crazy. Fans can be goalies. Wow. Players can lose...
I guess that's to a certain extent.
Yeah, to a certain extent. Players can lose 10 pounds or more during a game, and hockey players don't have to wear mouth guards. Out of all 10 of those facts, which is the craziest one to you, babe?
I think the mouth guards. I feel like you should protect yourselves no matter what. That should not even be an option. That should be required, a mandatory thing.
I guess I could see. Just like some players in the NFL don't wear knee pads. Mm-hmm. And they're forced to, like high school, and I think a lot of college. Well, actually, no, college is you're over 18, so you can do what you want. Usually, it's like basically like signing a waiver, I guess, or maybe you have to. I don't know, but some guys don't like to wear knee pads. You get hit though. Or you hit your head on the back of someone's freaking helmet or something with their knee, it's gonna hurt. But anyway.
But I think the funniest one, if I had to choose, would be how the players treat the trophy.
As a snack bowl, right? Yes. That's a crazy one. I don't know. I guess if I have to pick one to be like the craziest one out there. Okay, so you pick the funniest one.
No, I picked 2. One is the craziest, how they don't wear the mouth guards, and then the funniest was how the players treat the trophies as a snack bowl. The
craziest one for me is the e-bug rule, as Adam says here, that fans can be a goalie. Like, that's insane. It's a little, okay, so apparently it's not what we thought, but still, it's just crazy and alarming when you see it. And then I would have to agree. The funny one is a snack bowl for me. Mm-hmm. Like, really? Oh, you're going to eat chicken? Really? Let me just read that last part right there. Since the cup is actually a punch bowl, many players use it to hold drinks and snacks. Some treats enjoyed from the trophy include champagne, chicken wings, cereal, and ice cream. That's insane, right? I just love that. Like, the players get to keep it, and if permitted by... what does it say? As long as the Walkshore trustee permits it, the players can do whatever they like with the cup. That's insane. And yeah, when a team wins the Stanley Cup, every team member gets to keep it for 24 hours. That's crazy. That's just crazy, though. I don't know. Those are cool facts. I'm sure they're having a field day in the chat room. Once again, Adam, I can't stand pickles. I have the taste buds of a 4-year-old. Mm-hmm. Angela says here, I was... NC Pickle Princess. Oh, North Carolina Pickle Princess. That's pretty cool.
Oh, that's cool.
And can only stand certain pickles. And then Adam chimes in here. Mouth guards rule. Hockey players are crazy / kind of dumb sometimes. Wow. And Adam also wants to throw in there. My wife, if given the chance, would turn the Stanley Cup into a giant ice cream sundae. Mrs. Karnick, you are awesome. That is amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, we have had ourselves a hockey party tonight.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so after all those cool rules and cool facts and things here, once again written, really, really cool article here written from Donella Krieger. After reading that, after, talking about how horrible the Ducks are this year and how bad the Coyotes are too, the Yotes. And of course, talking to Adam and Angela and Taryn earlier today. How excited are you now to go to that game tomorrow?
I'm super excited because, I mean, no matter what, it's, something different and new, and it'll be fun no matter what.
Oh, it's going to be fun. Of course, we're together. We're enjoying it. We're going to love it. But trust me, you guys, tomorrow's going to be so much fun. We're going to have pictures and all kinds of stuff, so make sure to follow us on Twitter at one more time, hold on, my bad. TSCP_IESR. We're going to have videos and just fun stuff on there.
Oh, for sure. Be talking about it next Friday.
Oh, yeah. So. We're going to have all kinds of fun. So make sure to show us some love. Follow us all and follow us on Twitter. We're going to have a ball tomorrow. Going to be a great game once again. The Yotes at the Ducks. Arizona Coyotes at the Anaheim Ducks tomorrow. Oh, it's going to be great. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're almost an hour in, and we've only talked about like one or two things. We got so much to go, but we're going to take ourselves a quick break. When we get back, we're going to go ahead and talk about a young man from West Philadelphia, born and raised.
Aye.
And on the playground is where he spent most of his days. In just a few minutes. You are listening to the Sports Couple Perspectives right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. We'll be right back talking the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air after this.
What is going on, everybody? My name is Harrison Glazer, and we're coming at you from the Show That Never Sleeps podcast. I cover the Jets, the Islanders, the Nets, and the Yankees.
This is Pierre Moss, and I cover the Mets, Knicks, Rangers, and the Giants.
Our show is live every Wednesday through Spreaker and a bunch of other ways to get our content. Again, we're the Show That Never Sleeps podcast. We talk about all those New York sports. It's a lot of fun. We get into all of it. Please tune in. Again, that's Wednesdays at 6 p.m.
And we look forward to having you guys right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
Are you a fan of Buffalo sports? Are you thinking of changing loyalties and becoming a Buffalo sports fan? Do you even know where Buffalo is on the map? Did you know Canada is closer to Buffalo than New York City? Welcome to the Buffalo Huddle, every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and 4 p.m. Pacific Coast Time on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. I'm your host, Patty Bax. This is a podcast designed for you, the passionate sports fan. I know you love your sports. Who doesn't? I cover Buffalo sports and so much more by bringing in the human elements. I call it Buffalo Sports with a Twist. Join me as we take a journey into the world of Buffalo sports. I guarantee you'll fall in love with Buffalo just like I did. Each week we start with an inspiration, question of the day, a Buffalo fun fact, and our weekly challenge to you, the listener. Come huddle up with me every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and 4 p.m. Pacific Coast Time for the Buffalo Huddle with Patty Bax on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. As we say in Buffalo, go Bills!
What's happening, sports fans? Are you a fan of Southern California sports? Are you looking for a show hotter than a hot summer day in California? Then look no further than the SoCal Supreme Sports Show, where I talk about all things Southern California sports. That's right, all sports teams from Southern California. From the hard-hitting tackles of the NFL, to the killer crossovers and big three-pointers of the NBA and WNBA, to the grand slams of the MLB, to the bone-chilling goals of the NHL, and to the booming kicks of the MLS, the SoCal Supreme Sports Show has it all for you. Oh, and let us not forget about the college sports as well. So join me, Taryn Rodriguez, every week here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
Hockey fans, I'm Adam Kernick.
And I'm Zach Puplis.
Together, we are the newest version of hockey talk on IE Sports Radio, The Neutral Zone.
Zone.
We love hockey, but we also know it's not everyone's first sport. So we want to make this show as much for new fans as for the diehards.
Whether you can name all the Swedes on the 08 Red Wings Stanley Cup team, or if you can't tell if Varlamov is a goalie or the latest trendy vodka, we're here to help. With facts, figures, and outrageous fans, we bring you all the hard-hitting hockey news you can handle, while still keeping it fun and on the rails. Well, mostly.
So tune in every week as we go around the hockey world, from college to Canada, the minors and the majors, and everywhere in between.
So bring your cellies.
And your one-timers.
Your wicked wristas.
And be sure to protect your five-hole.
Catch the Neutral Zone every week on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
We promise not to pick on the Arizona Coyotes every episode.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. As you heard, Mr. Adam Karnick, he promised not to pick on the Arizona Coyotes every episode. But that doesn't mean that we're not going to pick on them tomorrow at the Honda Center.
Well, I guess tomorrow is free game, so
right. Hey,
we're going to see them.
Yeah, they're the enemy in the house tomorrow. So I'm just saying. So welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Sports Couple Perspectives right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. As y'all know, this is me, your boy Larry B, joined by my beautiful wife Cecilia. And we are talking hockey. Man, it's going to be a great one. They always have a great show. The Neutral Zone, always make sure to check out the Neutral Zone every Tuesday evening. They are so funny. You love that drop, right?
Yeah. It was pretty cool.
Zone. Good old Zach. Oh my gosh. And I love all the hockey, the lingo, if you will, the one-timers and all that fun stuff. Yeah, Adam says, it's really hard to keep that promise, too. Well, they bag on the Ducks, too, just so you know.
How dare you? I'm just kidding.
It's like listening to 3 and Out, having me back on the Raiders. So, I mean, it's kind of like, we have to have our pick-on teams, I guess, right?
Yeah.
It's okay. When you're a Raider fan, you can pick on them. It's okay. It's like talking about a sibling, you know? You can talk about them, but nobody else can, you know?
Yeah, makes sense.
So, with that said, you guys, oh man, that was fun talking about some hockey. So, we will have plenty for you guys tomorrow, talking lots of hockey. We thank you all for tuning in tonight. Alright, so, we're going to jump on to the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Can you believe, of course, a couple weeks ago, when we were on 2 weeks ago, sorry, we missed last week, but we have been loving HBO Max.
Yes.
There's lots of cool shows. Cecilia's been watching the people, the smart people, whoever they are. Who are they? What's that show called?
I like to see you struggle.
Well, I don't know what it is. It's the bigger smart people, and it's
the bigger smart people. Oh my gosh, The Big Bang Theory.
Oh, there it is. Sorry, she's been watching. Yeah, not my cup of tea. That is kind of funny though, because I'll like be doing like work on the station, tweeting stuff. I'll be like, I'm doing all that fun stuff, of course. doing the website updating and all that cool stuff, and Cecilia's watching that, cracking her head off over here. If you want,
it's hilarious. You never really see like a dorky version show in a way.
I had to pay attention to it like for the first time, like fully last night. It was actually kind of funny when she was watching this. So, but yeah, Adam also says, I promise to stop bagging on the Ducks when they start being a good hockey or start being good at hockey. My wife's favorite Duck is the goalie, Goldberg. Oh my goodness. Well, thank you. We appreciate the support. We have been all over HBO and HBO Max. And, well, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air is something we have loved and enjoyed. I think I've literally seen every episode. 'Cause I was like, maybe there was one episode that I haven't seen in here, but so far we've made
There hasn't, trust me. Not yet, at least.
How do you know that? Just kidding.
I don't know, because every episode, oh my gosh, this one's hilarious. Oh my gosh, this one was okay, but it was still good. Oh my gosh, this one was too serious. Like, every episode that we put on, and right when it, like, not open credits, but what do you call it? Like, when it's first starting. Yeah. He sees a couple minutes of the show, and he's like, yeah, this one's good. Yeah, this one's hilarious. Yeah, this one's okay. And I'm like, oh my gosh, and I give him a look like, I get it.
Well, thanks. Mm-hmm. It's okay, but it's the truth though. She got me very well there. She knows me, but it's crazy. We've been watching The Fresh Prince, and yeah, I've seen them all. We are currently in season 4 now, in episode 9. So we're halfway through the series. Of course, it's only been 6.
It's gonna be so sad when we finish, but it's not like we can't go back and rewatch them. So.
That last episode is so sad, babe. Trust me. It's anyway. I'm sorry.
Keep it quiet.
It's a 2-parter too.
Okay.
2-part. It's called I Done. I'm sorry. Okay. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's really cool. But anyway, Cecilia did give her thoughts though, and I just want her to soak it in for a little bit. Cause I think she got so used to the original Aunt Viv, which of course is played by Miss Janet Hubert. And now we're on to season 4, where they switched Aunt Vivs, and Daphne Maxwell Reid is now Aunt Viv. And I thought they were both great after watching so much The Fresh Prince growing up, because they both bring their own thing. Honestly, it's great. It's I don't know, but what has you like? Yeah, I don't care for the second mom.
I think it's just with me, like, watching so many movies and shows and stuff, and it's just when they switch out the actors, it just sucks, because you watch so many seasons with that one actor or actress, and you fall in love with them. Like, they become that character, and it's like you get used to their way of acting. And then when you see... And then they introduce a new person, a new actor. It's just like, you have to re-fall in love with them again, I guess. It's just not the same.
By the end of season 6, when it's over, I think you'll appreciate both.
Yeah, most likely. I don't doubt it. And it's not like this, what's her name? The newer one?
Daphne.
Daphne. It's not like she's not doing a good job. It's just, I don't know, it's just not the same.
I've seen numerous YouTube videos on, like, like different stuff or whatever. When they compare the Aunt Vivs, it's cool. I've seen one time that was like, yeah, like we got 2 different performances out of two different actresses that, like, we're so, like, we should be lucky that we got those 2, because there's so many episodes where their personalities mesh so well.
Yeah,
with
they did.
like for instance, with her, I forgot Daphne's episodes, like, where because she really does. Have some that are very, like, heartfelt and, like, you know what I mean? Her acting is very strong, and you'll see coming up. But
I haven't seen that yet. Well, not that she hasn't done it, but yeah.
Well, I remember them saying too, we would have never gotten that crazy dance. Remember she went to the studio and danced? Remember? Yeah. In that class? Mm-hmm. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if they were, like, hating on Daphne or whatever, but I'm just saying, they were just saying without Janet Hubert, we wouldn't have ever had that dance scene, like, where she goes all out and dances.
I mean, that, I guess we'll never know. But, yeah, and it's just, like, I feel like, who was the original Aunt Viv?
Janet Hubert.
Janet Hubert. I feel like her and who plays Uncle Phil?
Oh, rest in peace, James Avery.
Okay, and James Avery, I feel like they really had good chemistry between each other. I think with this one, who knows how they got to know each other. I forget his name, James, right?
James Avery.
And then Daphne. I don't know if, like, she was just thrown into it right away and they didn't get to build that chemistry just yet.
I could see that.
But who knows, maybe that forms over time. I won't know until, obviously, we see the rest of the series. But, yeah, it just seems like it doesn't work for me, for right now. Not saying that they did a horrible job at all.
Well, I will say this. Spoiler alert. They weren't... I think I told you this before, but Janet Hubert and like the entire cast had like a breakup.
Yeah, you told me about it somewhat.
Like she kind of like, I don't know if she turned on them or they turned on her, but at the end of the day, they just like, I don't know.
They just got in a dispute.
They did. Now I think everything's fine. They were cool. At the end of it, I'm really cool. I'm really happy because at the end of this, we get to watch the reunion, which was like 3 years ago that I got to watch.
Yeah, I've never seen that, nor did I know that they had a reunion.
And Janet Hubert pops up.
Oh, that's cool.
And they all talk it out.
Well, she should be there because, I mean, she was, part of the first 3 seasons.
Exactly.
So.
And honestly, it was, I don't know, in my opinion, after so many years, and trust me, that little drama went on for years after the Fresh Prince. Like, Janet Hubert and Will Smith, like, had, like, calling each other out, like, over media type deals. And, like, I don't know, they just weren't cool. Like, it was just known. But at the end of the day, though, she's an amazing actress, Janet Hubert.
Yeah, they all are.
She was great. But I'm telling you, I think it's because I've watched so much Fresh Prince in my life. I mean, I've watched rerun after rerun after rerun. I mean, you can tell, right? So,
yeah.
It's just, I don't know. I guess I have a special place for both moms. I think they're both
I guess,
great.
yeah. And like I said, I probably will get to that point too where I'm like, oh yeah, like I like her take of it as well. But I also feel like with Janet, right?
Yeah. Janet Hubert.
I feel like she even had a special bond with the kids too on the show.
Yeah.
Whereas Daphne, at least not yet, has formed that relationship with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just crazy to think they were both, they both did so well. But,
yeah, they all do. Honestly.
But Angela says here, I want to see Bel-Air on Peacock. Heard it was good. And yeah, that's the actual real version, babe. Like, they made like a drama of it. Like, if the kid really did come from Philly, it's not going to be all laughs and giggles. This kid's going to get into trouble. He's going to, like, like, so kind of cool, right?
I heard about that one, too. I think I saw, like, previews or something like that. I want to check that out low-key, too.
I know, right?
Will Smith is part of it, though.
Yeah,
he,
right?
I think, is an executive producer or something like that.
Really cool idea, right? I remember seeing the trailer years ago, and she said though, season 2. I guess I googled it right now to make sure that was it. I heard maybe it wasn't going to happen or whatever, but I guess it did. And yeah, season 1 I guess is already done. Maybe season 2 is coming out. I don't know. But Angela says not a fan of Second Mom. Her personality, I don't feel like the first one.
Yeah, that's how I kind of feel right now. Obviously,
I don't feel like the first one. She says I agree, Cecilia. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. I guess after watching so much, you guys, I just kind of feel like it's
like I said, you just have to grow to learn the new actors, not characters, because they'll stay the same, but actors. But yeah, I mean, you just have to get over it, the change, I guess.
Yeah, so that drama one looks cool though. Yeah, so there's 2 seasons. So I want to check that one out on Peacock.
But yeah, that's with me personally though. Like when you change an actor, it's just like like why? Like the show or movie will not be the same. But then again, like I said, you grow to love them as how they bring that character to life and everything like that. So
true. And last night, as a matter of fact, we got to watch, and it's kind of funny, it just happened to happen, and it's season 4, I have to look at the name right now, one of my all-time favorites, okay, is last night's show that we finished off with before we went to sleep. And that one is called Blood is Thicker Than Mud. And this one is where, and I'm reading the description right here of the show, but this is Will and Carlton when they try to get accepted into an African-American fraternity. And last night, that is one of the one where they get pulled over. Because I just love the life lessons in this and everything. Of course, at the time, there was like racism, a lot more, like all that Rodney King just happened in the early 90s and all that and everything. Of course, things that, and of course, that's something that we're far away from. You know, we agree in equality. We agree with equality. It's us. You know, we love people. Not, you know, so.
And with that too, like with the show, I didn't realize growing up, because like I've seen a couple of the episodes, you know, didn't realize, because I mean there were some where I was like, oh yeah, I know what this one's about, I remember it low key, but I never realized what did you say, life lessons in the shows, and it's like, oh dang, like we're rewatching them now, and I was like, oh wow, like that was powerful. I didn't understand that or realize, you know, that there was like really good meaning behind these episodes.
Crazy, right? Yeah. Like you gotta love that. And the episode is just so strong because like the main guy is like, yeah, like basically I made you do all the things your butler does for you at the end, and saying like you're not gonna get him to mind, you're like this bougie like kid who had everything handed to him, your butler does everything for you, whatever. He tried to like, you know, embarrass him. At the end of the day, Carlton has this meaningful speech. It's one of my all-time favorite speeches I think I've ever heard on anything ever, saying that like, why are you basically, I'm running the same race and and jumping the same hurdles as you, like why are you trying to trip me up, like in a sense, you know, and it's really sad. But and then Uncle Phil at the very end, you know, in the back of they were back at the mansion, and Uncle Phil says it, you know, like suddenly there's a price, there's a penalty. So there's a penalty on success. And it's so sad because, you know, this is not even a racial thing. It's just like, it's the truth. That's how you feel sometimes. You get successful and people don't like you. It doesn't matter who they are. They could be so close to you at one point, but you start succeeding and winning and that person's not doing so great. I just felt like no matter who that is, maybe it's somebody, you know, of course, in this deal it was like a racial thing, you know, because they made it, and this guy over here is acting like, oh, well, they're bougie or whatever. No, it's because their father, which is of African-American descent, worked damn hard to get there and gave his family everything, and now all of a sudden, what, just because they're, you know, in a richer area and they, you know, have a butler and whatever.
They're looked down upon.
Yeah, what, because they're not from the hood no more? You know what I mean? Like, it's just, and this is, we can all relate to that. You know what I mean? Like, and I love how at the end of the episode, Uncle Phil, you know, when are we going to stop doing this to each other? I feel like we can all relate to that. It's the truth. You know, it's so sad. So, yeah, not to bring in any, like, sadness or anything to the show, but it's one of my favorite shows. I'm glad Cecilia got to see it last night. We got to watch it together. It was great. But Adam says here, it's always hard when a show gets remade. Tough to see new actors play familiar characters. Yeah, and I'm thinking sure he's probably going with Bel-Air. I'm sure it's going to be kind of weird seeing new people play Carlton and Hillary. And so I got to point this out really quick. Because every time Hillary says something stupid, Cecilia just... Her reactions are priceless. When you were little and you would see these shows, did you ever catch Hillary's ditziness?
No. I mean, I can't remember. But I don't think so. I think I would just laugh it off. But realizing it now, I'm like, seriously, she just said that. Or even Carlton, too, sometimes. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Like, right?
But, I mean, it is what it is.
I think it's funny, too, like, with the kid they have the baby, and they're trying, like, what should we name him? Whatever. How about Philip? That's a stupid name. And then he looks at her. Uncle Phil looks at her, like, seriously? Like... Adam says, my favorite was always the butler. His responses were always on point. I know, right?
Seriously, I think he mainly said stuff like what we were all thinking.
Jeffrey, yeah, it's true. No, I'd never thought about that or heard that. But yeah, I think you're spot on. Like, there's coming up an episode where, I forgot what it is, but somebody says, what's love got to do with it? And then he's like, skips in the background of the tray, got to do with it. Like... He's a funny dude, man. Jeffrey Butler. Oh my gosh. And he was amazing. By the way, he is the actor, of course. Great actor, of course. I loved the fact, that's Joseph Marcel, by the way. I love the fact that he was so much of the comic relief. Wasn't he? I mean, he just brought so much to the show, and yeah, I guess what a great character. But just overall, great show, and we really loved it. I love Fresh Prince, Angela says, and yeah, I think we all do. We always enjoy it, and it's been so much fun watching, right? Like yes. So, are you excited for the next? Because we're already my goodness, we're almost halfway through season 4, and we only got 2 more seasons after this.
I'm gonna be so sad, but it's okay.
I know. We're gonna try to tackle Lucy next.
Is that on HBO Max?
That's on...
I think you said Paramount.
Paramount Plus. Maybe we'll watch Lucy. I don't know. But we just... Oh, my gosh. Just such a timeless shows, right? I mean... But... So, anyway. In closing, anything else you want to add to the Fresh Prince that we've been watching? Anything at all?
No, that, it's a really good comedic show. I would highly recommend it. Yeah. Yeah, if you really need a good laugh, I would suggest that. That's a really good show.
It's such a great show. So, next up, Sunday afternoon into the evening. Oh my gosh, Angela. We did the whole Full House into Fuller House. Oh, that's cool. They watched.
Yeah. I watched the Fuller House from beginning to end. That one was pretty good. I don't know. I've been thinking about that one too because I grew up with that one. I don't know if you really
Full House.
did.
I watched Full House a lot. Not Fuller House, but Full House when I was a kid. My
Full
mom
House
loved it.
is newer though. Full House, yeah.
Fuller
when
House
we were
is
growing
newer,
up. But yeah, maybe we'll think about that one too. Because that was, that show's funny too. So
yeah, Uncle Jesse. Oh, rest in peace, Bob Saget.
Oh,
I know. Kind of sad. To this day, cause, I don't know. Did Alanis Morissette really write that song about Uncle Joey? I don't know. I'm just saying. It was a cool song. You ought to know. And I used to listen to this podcast, the 90s, the Generation Y podcast. They were really, really cool. I listened to them a couple years ago, and they had an episode on like nostalgia with like shows or whatever. Like they were always talking 90s. And long story short, they were husband and wife. They were really cool. Had talked about Uncle Joey and Alanis Morissette and their breakup, and the song "You Ought to Know" was about him. So I looked into it and everything, and I think she like denied it, and I think he did too or whatever. But it's crazy to think if it actually was written for him. That's crazy, right? But anyway, because they were like, "No, not Uncle Joey," like the way she talked about him in the song. But once again, we don't know. We don't know who that song was about. But I'm just saying. But anyway, with that said, Sunday, and then there were 4. This past weekend, Cecilia is just about sick of football for the year. Not knowing that the USFL and the...
not really. When Sundays we spend we go to church, and then we spend our whole day watching football. I'm in the room just chilling and watching my own shows or reading a book or something like that while you're spending the whole entire day watching football.
Works for me. Hey, we interact.
Do we? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
But the last weekend, of course, the Chiefs, I talked about all this on 3 and Out earlier this week. The Chiefs knocked off the Jaguars 27-20. The Eagles knocked off the Giants 38-7. My goodness. The Bengals would knock off the Bills 27-10. Those Bills, after going through so much, fell off this past week. And then the 49ers defeated the Cowboys 19-12 in what was a very good game. Now we're on to the championship weekend, or 2 championship weekend coming up on Sunday. The NFC Championship coming up at 12 p.m. Pacific time, 3 p.m. Eastern, as the San Francisco 49ers face off against the Philadelphia Eagles. This is their first time back since 2017 when they won it all, actually, that year with a backup quarterback, Nick Foles. That was crazy. The 49ers, my goodness, they've been around the bowl recently. Been in the playoffs. They've been pretty close. No cigar. The Niners, man, they were in the Super Bowl back in 2013. They would lose to the Ravens. Of course, that was Ray Lewis's last year when he retired and rode into the sunset. But the last time the Niners would win a Super Bowl, my goodness, you have to go a little further back for that. That was back in 1995.
Oh, dang.
When they would defeat the then San Diego Chargers in a blowout. But yes, if the Niners were to win this year, they will have, they can tie the Patriots now with 6 Super Bowls total in history.
Oh,
the Eagles, this would be their second or third, I believe, in history. Is their second, I believe. And then, of course, the Bengals in the AFC side. The Bengals play at 3:30. Well, Bengals and Chiefs play at 3:30 Pacific time, 6:30 p.m. Eastern. The Bengals, they've never won one. The Bengals would play the San Francisco 49ers back in our birth year, by the way, right after you. Right, you were born in the season. I was born right after the Super Bowl, or right after the Super Bowl of that year, an 88 to 89 season, where the Niners, that was Joe Montana, by the way, in 1989, the Niners would defeat the Bengals. So that Super Bowl already happened years ago. Will it be Niners and Bengals again? I don't know, but this time the Bengals last year, one of the closest times they've ever been there. They've been a couple times, maybe second time, I think. First time since 89, and the Bengals would fall last year to the Rams. This year the Bengals are right back there. Can they win their first ever Super Bowl trophy, Lombardi trophy in franchise history? And the Chiefs! This is their 5th year in a row going back to the AFC Championship game. They won the Super Bowl just a few years ago. Will they beat the Bengals and go on to win the Super Bowl this year? Who do you have in both games and why? So let's talk about the Niners and Eagles. What do you think? The Niners haven't won since 95. They're trying to get their 6th Super Bowl trophy, but they're facing the juggernaut Eagles, who are, my goodness, they barely have a weakness on the team. They won their first Super Bowl just a few years ago in 2017. They're strong, though. Who are you taking in that game?
They haven't won one? The Eagles?
Well, they won their first one a couple years ago, 2017.
And how many have the 49ers?
5. Through the 80s
I want
and
the
90s. Eagles
to go.
Yeah! That's dumb. Spoiler alert, that's my pick. So, next up, Adam says here, when asked what impressed him about the Bengals offense, Chiefs linebacker Willie Gay answered with nothing. Well, I hope he's not eating that nothing on Sunday. Yeah. No, well, we'll see. But dang, how about that? And then, of course, in the AFC, we're in the AFC Championship on Sunday. The Bengals or the Chiefs? Who you got?
I want the Bengals.
The Bagels?
I didn't say bagels.
The Bagels.
The Bengals.
And the Chefs.
No.
It's the Bagels and the Chefs. The Chefs are taking on the Bagels.
Keep it quiet.
Well, as Raider fans, we don't like the Chiefs. Just kidding. But I do believe the Chiefs are probably going to win that game. I don't want them to.
Just kidding.
I don't want them to. But I am definitely... Screw it. I'm going to go with my wife. I'm definitely going Eagles and Bengals in this game. I want the Bengals to win. My head's going with the Chiefs, but my heart's going with the Bengals.
No, you can't pick the same team as I do.
Okay,
I'm just kidding.
Pick the Chiefs. Kidding. So we're both going to go Eagles and Bengals. And then in the Super Bowl, at least from this point, who would you have? The Eagles or the Bengals winning the Super Bowl?
Hopefully the Eagles.
That's my wife. That's my baby. Yep. I'm going with the Eagles to win it as well. I think they're the team to beat this year. Angela says, yep, Eagles, Bengals, Super Bowl. And, yep, that's the commercial I was talking about, Adam. The Chefs, great googly moogly. Oh, that was so funny. Remember I showed you the commercial last year where the old man is painting on the field?
No. I do not recall.
Oh my gosh, I gotta show you the commercial. The old man's painting on the field, and one of the players comes down and says, that's real nice, or whatever. But who are the chefs? And he accidentally forgot the I in Chiefs. So there's chefs on the field. And he's like, oh, great googly moogly. The old man, it's so funny. Like, it's so freaking hilarious. I love it. But anyway, funny stuff. Yeah, so those are our 2 picks. And I think we made some good picks. Do you like those picks?
Yes. Now we can only hope that they go through with it.
We shall see, you guys. So, we're going to take one more break for the night. When we come back, we are talking Winning Time. We finally finished the series. It took forever. But we finally finished the series Winning Time on HBO Max. Yeah, we haven't been on HBO Max binge or anything. So, we will get on to that, to the recap of that show, our thoughts, and then get on out of here for the night coming up. Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to the Sports Couple Perspectives right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. We'll be right back after this.
Sports fans, do you like teams that are tough, cities that are tougher, and fan bases that are passionate about their teams? How about teams that are historic and stadiums that are iconic? Then you belong in Chicago, and you need to check out Chi-Town Weekly. Join me, Adam Kernan, every week as we keep up with all things Chicago sports. Bears, Bulls, Blackhawks, Cubs, White Sox. We'll cover them all, plus more. The Windy City is always buzzing, and we'll keep you up on all the big games and major stories. So tune in to Chi-Town Weekly every week right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
It's IE Sports Radio. It is your direct feed for all that is sports. It is Philly Sports Talk with Cash and Chris every Tuesday night right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. Philly Sports Talk with Cash and Chris is the most comprehensive view on Philadelphia sports exclusively right here on IE Sports Radio. You know what it is, your direct feed for all that is sports. Tuesday night, IE Sports Radio, Philly Sports Talk with Cash and Chris.
Welcome back. You are listening to the Sports Couple Perspective right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
That is correct, ladies and gentlemen. Celia's all jacked. Yeah! Way to bring us back, babe. Yeah! That's how you bring us back from commercials. She's getting really good at this, you guys.
Yep.
I'm loving it. She's loving the setup with our mics now. We have our snowball mics. We have headphones on. We're professional now.
I don't have to speak as loud. I can talk at my normal voice. I love it because I hate raising my voice.
Yeah, she has Foghorn Leghorn over here talking next to her, so... Sorry. I'll say. I'm sorry. But... I can show commercial. I can show Cecilia the great Googly Moogly commercial.
Yeah, that was cute and funny.
Who are the chefs? So, anyway. Okay, on to our final segment here of the show. We're talking winning time. All right, of course, winning time was really, really, really cool. It was about the 79-80 Lakers season. So much was going on during that year. Dr. Buss bought the team. Jerry West just quit. Jerry West, of course, wanted to still be around the Lakers, but he's a guy that I definitely feel myself as too. Tried coaching for a few years. I don't really like it. I'm a player, not a coach. I prefer to not coach. The only way I can help a team is play for them. I don't really feel I'm just not a coach, you guys. But I feel like I can relate to Jerry West definitely. But Jerry West, that whole thing was going on. They signed a brand new coach. Nobody even really believed him or really liked him in the camp. He brought his assistant with him, who was kind of a light-spoken guy, and then the head coach... Very timid. Then the head coach ends up getting freaking hurt and has a bike accident. He's basically out for the season almost. The assistant coach takes over. His timidness just kind of gets annoying. Then insert the man that took the Lakers to so many great heights, Pat Riley. He comes in as the assistant. There was a big old thing about, when the actual head coach came back. So many things, who are they going to go with? Jeannie is young in this one. She's, talking with her dad about moves on the team. His mother is amazing. Absolutely amazing. Mr. Buss, of course, his mom, I did some finagling with the finances, put the team in his ex-wife's name. I mean, just all these crazy things that went on. The Lakers even being dysfunctional in the locker room at some points in time. Magic, not always getting along with everybody. The team not really getting along sometimes. They freaking made it all the way to the finals. They won the gosh dang championship, beating Dr. J and those 76ers. I mean, just amazing things, and that's where it ends. And, I mean, just an amazing story, right? And, I mean, who knows what was fabricated, what was not. I've already watched a couple YouTube videos on, I want to share them with Cecilia, like of what people thought or what the players or whoever thought. And I've already told her about what Magic said, kind of, and everything. So, I mean, just amazing. Magic and his relationship with his wife, Cookie, his soon-to-be wife, Cookie. I mean, all these things. What a story, right?
Yeah. I think with stuff like that, like when they say based on true stories or based off true events or something, a lot of, like, that whole entire movie or show, you have to take it with, like, a grain of salt, basically. Because you don't know, like, what's all true and what's all, what they fabricated and whatnot. But still, either way, it was a good show, and I never knew the Lakers' history and whatnot, so it was pretty cool to see all of that.
Wasn't it something? I mean, just amazing. And then, of course, we have Larry Bird. Really cool. I didn't even know they played in the championship versus each other in '79. And they go head to head in the freaking, they win in the regular season in Boston. I mean, it just goes to show you the fuel of not liking each other. They're crazy because I told her too, told Cecilia, they became friends later.
Yeah, which is kind of funny because they're both rivalries against each other.
Right? They're, crazy. And that was the Lakers. I mean, they've already had numerous championships. Of course, talk about Red Auerbach. I mean, there were so many different storylines in this. Historic owner for the Celtics and just how they dominated the 60s and they, were a great team in the 70s. And the 80s really did belong to the Lakers. I mean, of course, the coach that took over, Paul Westhead, we took a look at the 80s and look at that. I mean, 1980, and we're looking on Wikipedia here, the list of the champions, but look at 1980, the Lakers win. Okay, they beat the 76ers in Game 6. Then, of course, we see the Boston Celtics winning the next year in 81. Then in 82, the Lakers did it again, this time under Pat Riley. They would beat the 76ers again. Then the next year, the Lakers and 76ers would go back, and the freaking Philadelphia 76ers would sweep the Lakers in 83. Then in 84, finally, we get a Lakers and Celtics final, and wouldn't you look at it, Boston wins in Game 7 over the Lakers. Then we get into 85, where the Lakers would see the Celtics again, and guess what, this time, different tune, the Lakers would beat the Celtics this year under Pat Riley, then Casey Jones, the coach of the Celtics. In 86, the Celtics would then go and play the Rockets and beat them in 86, all right? Then the Lakers would go back in 87 to face the Celtics again, and the Lakers would win that. Then the very next year, the Lakers would go on to face the Detroit Pistons in the finals, where they would win that one. And then in 89, the Lakers would face the Detroit Pistons, and they would lose 4-0 in the final. And then in 1990, finally, I mean, how crazy is that to know that from 1980, so 80, the Lakers were in it, okay? 81, the Celtics were in it. 82, the Lakers were in it. 83, the Lakers were in it. 84, both of them were in it. 85, both of them were in it. In 86, the Celtics were in it. In 87, the Lakers and Celtics both. In 88, the Lakers. In 89, the Lakers again. That was 9 years straight of one of those two teams being in the final every year, and sometimes versus each other. Amazing, right?
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And that's how dominant Larry Bird and Magic Johnson were. But yeah, I saw a YouTube video that said that Magic Johnson just basically, he said, look, it wasn't really the real story, to the T. Basically saying, He gives out the portrayal, you know what, or he doesn't give the portrayal, but he pretty much says, that's, if you want to know the real story, come to the source. It wasn't really it. I feel like they kind of fabricated some of that and everything. And then Kareem, this morning I watched a video where, it was really, this guy, really cool guy, made a great video talking about Kareem. Kareem actually dissed the entire thing, man. He turned around and said that, he made everyone look, the directors and writers made everyone look so bad. And that really wasn't how things went down a lot of the time. And they made Kareem, look like a freaking jerk. and everything. I mean, crazy, right? I mean, so what do you think now after hearing what those two players said? I mean, just so much. But then again, the story, I don't know. I feel like the story may have a lot of truth in it. There may be not. I don't know. But what do you feel after hearing all this about winning time?
I mean, like I said, with the whole, like, true story or true events, you just have to take it with a grain of salt and have to do some research yourself if you're really wanting to know what's going on. But to be honest, with the whole Kareem thing, I didn't see him as a... What did you say?
In the video I saw today, Kareem, the guy that was reading what Kareem said, Kareem said that he is a pompous a-hole.
I didn't see him as, like, being mean or being a jerk or anything like that. I saw him more as, like, being the person who tried to make sure that everybody was following the right path, in a way. Like, he was the...
captain.
Well, yes, he's the captain, but no, like, I don't know, making sure that everybody's in the right mindset. The peacemaker.
Yeah, it makes sense. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
In this video, by the way, by Black and White Sports is who it was by. Really cool. But yeah, the video is called Kareem Abdul-Jabbar Absolutely Trashes HBO's Winning Time. Make sure you go check that out by Black and White Sports. Really, really cool YouTube channel. And yeah, I mean, it's crazy to think that, though, right? I mean, he says Kareem, and this guy's reading off like what Kareem said. I believe, articles or whatever it was. But he basically said, they made Jeannie look like a young daddy's girl who basically just wanted into the Lakers so bad and didn't really know much. He said that they made Dr. Jerry Buss look like this overly, like psycho, like, I don't know, just like, he gets, like, too much thought on, like, I don't know, like, he's just kind of out there, like an owner that just kind of did kind of what he wanted and was, like, very... I don't know. It's basically like a wild owner that was just like, yeah, screw it. Like this madman who owned a team. They made Magic look like a freaking, like he was like this, I don't know, freaking hardcore womanizer ladies man, which, I mean, of course, I get it. Maybe, he did have a lot of women in his day, but then again, a lot of professional athletes do. But what I'm saying is they made him, they said, Kareem said they made him look horrible, basically like that. They made, I forgot somebody else, whatever, and he says, and Kareem, he said they made me look like a pompous a-hole. So basically, I mean, I don't know, that's just from what he said. Once again, you gotta check out that video, by the way, by Black and White Sports. But yeah, it's just the he said, she said stuff. I mean, I guess, hey, they were there, right? So they would know. But now talking about Winning Time and the story that we saw in those 10 episodes. Talk to us. Tell us what you personally thought about the entire series and what you thought about that Lakers team in the 80s as portrayed by those writers that wrote Winning Time.
I liked it. I liked the whole storyline of it all and how they came about and everything. But what I really got from it is just like everybody doubted the Lakers big time with Dr. Buss being the new owner and the coaches and everything like that, and even the players. Like, I think one of them didn't want Magic Johnson.
Yeah.
So, and then even then he proved them wrong and everything, and sure enough, they obviously win the final, and they did good, and they proved everybody wrong.
They did.
I like those stories where they're like, booyah, in your face, we did it. See? Right? And y'all were all naysayers and all negative and against us. But I liked it. It
was awesome, right? They had Norman Nixon in there, of course, the beef with him and Johnson. Just, I mean, it's just crazy how they all came together as a team. I don't know. I really enjoyed it as well, and I thought it was really, really, really well written. Because, of course, we know, hey, he said, she said stuff. We don't always get the full truth.
It's also Hollywood, so of course they're going to add a little more pizzazz to it to make it better and keep your interest. It's all entertainment.
Yes, and we have to watch The Last Dance now. The Last Dance is the actual documentary. It's not like a docu-series, or like this one was like a drama or whatever. Like actors, this is actually them. But Adam says here, and The Last Dance, by the way, is the Bulls and Michael Jordan. Okay, in the 90s. But Adam, our Chicago guy, says, yeah, I hear where Kareem is coming from. When Last Dance came out, a lot of MJ's teammates were saying that's not how it happened. Because they kind of portrayed him. I mean, okay, Michael Jordan has slightly a gambling problem. But in The Last Dance, they kind of like really put it in there, like kind of like pushed it
They
out.
over-dramatized it?
Somewhat, yes. And there were some things in there that's like, okay, and Rodman doing this and that. They made Rodman seem... I mean, don't get me wrong. Dennis Rodman was out there. But I think they really kind of, like, pushed it.
Mm-hmm.
To, like, make Rodman seem like he was really out there. I mean, he did some crazy stuff. But then again, I don't know. I mean, but it's just one of those things to where the portrayals... I mean, I don't know. What is it? To get viewers? I mean, what do you think?
Yes. Like I said, it's all entertainment.
Yeah, it's true.
So it's whatever will get people to watch the show or movie.
Yeah.
Whatever captures people's attention to want to either buy the membership or go see the movie or, to take that time out of their busy day to go see something.
Isn't it something? But... I mean, yeah, I don't know. So anyway, last thoughts on Winning Time. I mean, at the end of the day, is this something you would recommend for everybody? I mean, what do you think?
I would recommend it if you're a big Lakers fan and you want to, like, you might know already, but you want to see it in live action, then yeah, go see, Winning Time on HBO Max. But for people who are not sports people like me, I'd be like, hey, here's this. But, I mean, I wouldn't fully recommend it, I guess.
Yeah, I loved it. I thought it was really cool, and I definitely enjoyed it. Oh, my gosh. I was very, 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 very happy we watched it. Angela says here, I quit watching Winning Time because I heard they were way off. Maybe I'll go back and finish it. I don't know. I recommend just checking it out. I thought it was a really cool story, and, however it was portrayed, however it was portrayed and everything, I understand, but at the end of the day, if you want the gist of the story, I feel like maybe not 100% truth here and there, things were just different here and there, but I just feel like they did a good job for the most part, and you know what, it was a cool story just to see.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. I think that we can definitely, I hope we can all agree on that at least. But yeah, I really loved it. I thought it was great and definitely worth the watch if you're a Laker fan, as Cecilia said.
Yeah.
So, my goodness, it's been an hour and 42 minutes. We always say an hour, huh?
I always say an hour.
You
like to go over.
I know, my bad. Well, with that said, there's only one thing left to do, y'all, and that's to cue the music, because we're out of here. My goodness. Can you believe that? An hour and 42 minutes. How about that tonight? We, fun show, but oh my goodness. Well, tonight we got into so many things. Tomorrow, of course, our first hockey game. We're so excited.
Can't wait.
Thank you for all of your tips to bundle up because it's freezing cold in there.
Especially for me because I'll be freezing my butt off.
We definitely appreciate that. Also, those fun hockey facts. Oh, to think the first puck was made of cow dung.
That's kind of gross.
She's giving me a face. And of course, to think, my goodness, you can step in and be a goalie. So many cool fun facts there. And of course, talking Fresh Prince. Oh, we're going to just keep on enjoying that. We'll probably have that finished by next week, maybe the week after that, but we'll get into that. This is my our last episode here until my birthday mid next week, so I'll be a whole year older next Friday.
Woo woo, party time. Just kidding.
Then, of course, Winning Time. That was a lot of fun. Of course, talking the NFL. Both of us were taking Eagles and Bengals. Let's see if they win it. So, thank you very much, both of y'all, tuning in. Of course, and also Taryn Rodriguez for tuning in, Miss Angela Winstead, Mr. Adam Karnick. Remember, next week, y'all, we got the voice of the Lake Elsinore Storm, Mr. Kaz Egan.
Hey, looking forward to that.
He's awesome. So, we're excited for that next week, talking to the voice of the Lake Elsinore Storm, minor league baseball association, of course, in the single A advanced affiliates, and then of course he's one of the voices of Monster Jam. So excited for that. We'll see. We'll actually this time next week we'll know who's going to be in the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah.
So we'll talk about those games next week, and make sure to give us a follow at TSCP_IESR. We'll be posting everything about our journey tomorrow at our hockey game. Let's go Ducks. #fly together. Of course, follow us all as a whole at IE Sports Radio all over social media at IE Sports Radio. Check us out. Show us some love at IESportsRadio.com. Become a Patreon. Big ups to our Patreons. Marcus List Great. Mrs. Parsons. We have, of course, Bay Area Apparel and Anonymous. Thank you to you guys for helping, showing us love, and help keeping the lights on here at IE Sports Radio. And, well, that's going to do it for us tonight. Babe, any last words before we're out of here?
Thank you for listening. Take care, be safe, and stay healthy.
Please do, you guys. We want to see y'all back next week. We're ready to rock and roll, y'all. With that said, enjoy your weekend. Be safe. Have a good one. For my beautiful wife, Cecilia, for me, your boy, Larry B, this has been the Sports Club Perspectives right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. We'll be back next week, same time, same place. Until then, take care, and as always, God bless.